Hello there everyone, and welcome to a new Dauntless video. I'd like to begin this video by apologising. My microphone has decided to lose the will to live and has died a horrible death. So until my replacement mic arrives, we're going to have to lower the quality of the video, so bear with me. However, there's been a really interesting update from the Dauntless Dev team, which we're going to have to explore. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. Okay, so this will just be a very quick video sharing some of the highlights from the recent dev blog. So to begin with, they shared this dev blog yesterday at time recording on the 8th of November. And they basically talk about when Dauntless The Awakening is coming. It's meant to be coming in November. In fact, it was meant to be coming in the summer. However, it looks like it's going to be delayed again. They state that it's going to be out before the end of the year, which will be interesting to see if that happens. Some people are happy with this, some people are not. I am of the former. I think they need time to patch out many of the bugs, and I would rather release content which was good and not riddled with bugs. So, they talk about the PC closed beta, and they begin by thanking everyone who took part in that closed beta. However, they also share why not everyone who applied was included. The original plan was they were going to have waves of players joining. However, they cancelled this and decided that the information they got from the first wave or two was more than enough. So that's why many of these big channels, content creators and consistent players who applied weren't included in the closed beta, because basically they decided not to keep rolling out with new waves of coming players. However, it seems like it served a purpose, that many players have highlighted many bugs which have already been patched. They then talk about armour crafting, and they share a before and after shot of the old UI and the new UI for the armour crafting system. And in my opinion, it looks a hell of a lot better. It looks much cleaner, much more sleek, much more modern. It also clearly shares the requirements needed to make each armour piece, which is far better in my opinion. Then talk about cells and how cells are not going to be the most important part of builds. We already knew this information. However, they talk about how gaining certain cells, they're going to make much more simple for the cells that you want to get. They then talk about the bugs that were raised in the closed beta. They talk about weapon talents not working on all game modes. They talk about cell consumption when changing armour, and they talk about XP not being granted during escalations, and how these issues have already been patched out, which is very encouraging to see. Now, they then talk about the next events on the lead up to this new update. Talk about Lady Luck's Pirate Stash, which will launch on the 15th of November to the 17th of November, Gregario's Treasure Hunt, which will launch on the 29th of November until December the 1st. And then they talk about the Ramsgiving event, which in my opinion is one of the best events in Dauntless after the Dark Harvest and the Frostfall event. Completing the Gruk event and Benson's quest lines and many of the unlockable things that you can get from Honest Aussie's store. It's a very, very good event in my opinion. However, it seems like they're not going to be launching it in full this year. It seems like they're only going to have some themed cosmetics available in the store for Platinum, which is very disappointing in my opinion. However, I understand that there's bigger things on the horizon. They do talk about the Frostfall event though. Now, as we just had the Dark Harvest, we've seen yet another example of an event coming to Dauntless with no change whatsoever compared to the last 2 years. So it seems like they will be exploring the Frostfall event coming, and it seems like there's going to be some new content coming with that, which is very interesting. They then talk about store changes and how they're going to be removing the 30-day Slayer Club and the Elite Slayer kit from the store. XP boosts will still be available in the new season, but not the Slayers Club, so they don't want anyone to buy anything that they can't use after the update. So then they share what's next. They say being full steam ahead on development work, like we've already detailed above. Tons of marketing work making sure the new season and the new phase of Dauntless reaches everyone who has or been or wants to be a Slayer, and the next step of which is another Dauntless Awakening dev blog next week, where we'll be aiming to announce and clarify all the content coming in the upcoming season. Ramping speculation and hype, especially as you figure out the hidden details in this blog. I've already noticed one which is very interesting. They have Steam, which is in bold. Many of the player base have been wanting Dauntless on Steam. I have a feeling they're going to be launching on Steam, which would be wonderful for the player base. It means Steam Deck players can join us. It means that PC players who are not interested in the Epic Game Store can join us. It's going to be a very good thing. Not confirmed, I just have a feeling that's what they're getting at. Also like the fact that they talk about the next devlog where they're going to be aiming to announce and clarify all the content. So there's not going to be much more in terms of speculation. We're specifically going to know what is and what isn't coming to this Dauntless update. But that's basically everything to share for now. This is just to create some hype in my opinion, and I think next week or maybe the week after we're going to get a much more interesting dev blog, and I'm going to be all over it when it comes, and I'm very much looking forward to it. But that's basically everything to share in this dev blog, and that'll about do it for today I think. If you are new to the channel, please feel free to like, subscribe, join the chat in the comment section below, and until next time, see you later.